Maria, you're fired.
Thank you.
Maria's mauling meant a stay of execution for Jenna and Jane.
They were allowed to stay because I couldn't believe they are that bad. I am not at all happy. Why did you get this wrong this time? Give me a credible reason why you should stay here.
I started a business from nothing and I've made a very successful company.
Take them on face value that they're not lying in their CVs of what they've got and what they've achieved. And I put it down to them, they had a bad day out and let them come through and gave them another chance.
After 2 catastrophic weeks for the girls,
Morning.
Lord Sugar shuffled the pack.
Dwayne and Nick, go and join Sterling, and Katie, you come over here and join Phoenix and the boys.
OK, Katie, I'd like to officially welcome you to Team Phoenix.
Why? Thank you, Adam.
We do things a bit differently here, like winning. This is Tom. Azar.
Thanks for being such winners.
I'd like to put myself up for project manager.
But Katie's confidence wasn't shared by the boys.
I'd happily take a second project in the sub-team for you and take charge of that sub-team just to give you a bit of structure.
It's very, very complicated. There's a lot to take on board.
All right. Very, very complicated.
Yeah. No, I'm saying it in a positive way.
I think I'd do a really good job.
The task: produce, brand, bottle and sell a new type of condiment.
Sugar, white wine, vinegar, onion and water, please.
Oh, it's making me ice water.
In the other team's kitchen,
Oh my God.
Dwayne's chutney proved too hot to handle.
Even though we've
Under Ricky's supervision, the boys just cooked up problems.
Ricky? We get that no food. Yeah. Something wrong with it. Something missing. The consistency's all wrong. It's not boiling right. You see what I mean? It's boiling like an omelette.
It's there constantly.
Their production process was flawed.
Too much wastage. There's too much wastage from the product. We're getting probably about 20% come back to us.
The fact was they got lumbered with a small quantity.
We've lost 1/5 of our product.
But I think that Katie turned out to be a reasonable project manager.
Because we've got limited product, the plan is to sell very expensive at market. We all know that we can do it.
She'd assessed the situation that we have a problem here. We haven't produced many, but we've spent the money.
It's £3.99 a bottle or 3 for £10.
Oh, no, we're good for your offer.
You want to buy a bottle? Oh, fantastic.
The only way to win, then, is to increase the price and make the margin big to have half a chance of winning. So I think credit to her there.
If we need to clear these out, what price are you comfortable of going down to?
Well, the absolute lowest would be £1.99.
Told to claw back costs when selling to trade, Michael.
At the end of the day, all we've got to do is sell 80 bottles, so, you know, it should be plain sailing for our end.
Really, we'd want to pay not much more than about £1.95.
I think you might offer something like 5 pence less and he'd refuse.
Yeah, we definitely can do it for £1.95.
If you're a business person and you're there in front of somebody and they're prepared to buy, you know, you should say, yeah, OK, deal. It's different, of course, if someone offers you half the price of what you've been told to sell for, but you should have a little bit of a tolerance there.
We're left with 23 bottles.
Fuck! What? Left?
We sold everything.
What? Really? Wicked. How did you do that?
On Judgment Day, it boiled down to excuses.
It was very hard going into a trade customer trying to sell at the prices that we was given. They just didn't want to buy at them prices.
Here's a man who's in the kitchen business. He should have some understanding of the trade, how to deal with the trade, and he clearly didn't.
You under-delivered. You sold rubbish figures. I'd be embarrassed with those figures that you sold.
I'm not the best salesman in the world. It's not my best. I can sell, but it's not my best sort of skill.
I'd ask you a very simple, straightforward, good old East End question. Do you think you're at your depth here in this process with all these people?
Not at all, Lord Sugar.
He wasn't managerial. He wasn't the type of person to grab the bull by the horns and stick up for himself a little bit.
You've been a passenger the whole way through this. You've sat on the fence more times than I've had hot dinners.
I think you guys underestimate me, to be honest.
He made a final claim for clemency.
I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, you know. I just think that there's a lot of people here who are highly educated. That's all well and good.
No, don't run that. Don't run that past me.
But his plea fell on deaf ears.
That doesn't bother me at all. I don't care where you come from. I don't care whether you got a 2.1 at Oxford or Cambridge or whether you're just a street-wide person. That doesn't bother me at all. I think, at this stage of the process, you've got to eliminate people who you don't think have got it in them to be my business partner, and I didn't think he had it in him to be my business partner. Michael, you're fired.
OK. Thank you for the opportunity, Lord Sugar.
Week 4.
How you doing, mate? You well?
How are you?
You're all right, morning.
It was junk shops and car boot sales, as both teams looked for cast-offs
Found some great stuff in the skip.
to fix up and flog in London's trendy East End.
Pay £1 for it, but I can't pay more than £1.
Oh, you can have it for £1.
Yeah.
As long as you promise you'll go away.
This was to test the people's ability to see whether they signed on to it, yeah?
In terms of the colouring of it,
That's perfect.
I think it's quite a nice piece.
Running his team, fine wine investor Tom went for quality over quantity.
Just clean and yeah. I think this is worth £7.
I just don't like it. I really don't like it.
He made sure that they selected the right kind of product.
I'm happy with the stock we bought, but I don't think we've got anywhere near enough.
There were times when other people were saying to him, no, come on, let's buy a bit more of this and a bit more of that, but he didn't. He kind of, held the purse strings, literally, and said, no, I'm only spending my money on the right things.
Right, OK. What about that chest in the window?
The trunk.
Yeah.
Leading the other team, bridal shop owner Laura set off on a shopping spree.
The pieces you're interested in is your 2 suitcases at the top up here.
The 2 top ones.
Yeah, the camel
Side
stool.
tables.
Side table's the trunk, and this retro table here, isn't it?
I like that suitcase.
Yeah.
Sorry, the chair and the glass.
Yeah, the
glass table
the
should match
metal
the
one.
tool
Yeah,
one here.
yeah.
Can we take them?
The
And the
broken
4
table.
stools plus 1.
The broken table in the back as well.
And the broken table.
OK.
Yeah, and there's 100, mate.
The complete opposite to Tom's team. Tom bought about 50 items.
We bought a hell of a lot of stuff, haven't we?
She went out and bought like everything inside, like 200 items. It was panic.
Can we take what we like?
Is it possible that we can take the curtains, strip the curtains? Can we rip some of this carpet up?
Some of this stuff I can't imagine buying personally. With nothing ventured, nothing gained. All the stuff was free. And there is a well-known expression, don't look a gift horse in the eye.
Could we have some leaves coming in, like a path?
Of leaves?
Yeah.
And Laura's less than selective approach showed in her shop.
It didn't look quality. It looked like they've gone from one junkyard into another junkyard.
120?
I've got no clue in this. I don't buy this shit.
On sales day, Tom's minimalist store racked up maximum returns.
Vintage hole punch for £40, OK?
Tom's team made a profit of over £1,000, and it just goes to show you don't need any great big business plans and merchant bankers and investment bankers. That's what this is all about.
Do you want to sit down in it? Well, what if we did a deal on it for you? Are you sure?
For food manufacturer Jane, it was the losing team for a 3rd time, and another bad day.
Hi, how are you? Do you want to have a look in our pop-up vintage store? We're literally only here for today. Really funky stuff.
There's lots of different sales techniques going on here at the shop, but Jane's, I find, the most uncomfortable.
Do you want to have a quick look?
She's very pushy, she's very aggressive with the customers, and they don't really like it.
It's not a hugely easy sale. For any of the items, you've really got to sell hard.
They're actually lampshades from 1970s.
I'll have a look around and get back to you.
OK.
You have to be quite pushy and really try to convince them.
What about a chair?
No.
In the boardroom, despite running her own company,
Jane, you're the businesswoman here, and you sold 10 quid's worth of stuff.
poor sales on the task left Jane lost for words.
Right.
I really want this, and I work extremely hard.
The credentials look good on paper, but she never demonstrated into the 4 weeks to me that she was there that she could actually apply any of it.
I'm quite a serious person, not a market trader. I haven't done that before. I am more comfortable in the business-to-business environment.
I thought, no, sorry, you had your chance. She wasn't going to make it with me. She wasn't going to hack it with me. Jane, you're fired.
Okay, thank you anyway. Thank you.
Next to disappoint the boss was drinks entrepreneur Dwayne Bryan.
I am a winner. I'm a fighter. I don't give up easy. I've got what it takes to go the distance in business. In order to be the best, you've got to beat the best.
I came up with this task to come up with some innovative fitness regime and present it to fitness clubs. And where's the money? Well, I'll tell you where the money is. You are going to go and try and license your new fitness trend to some of the country's leading health club chains.
For project manager Ricky, the task played to his strengths.
Is there like a unique move to tie kickboxing that we, because we don't want it to look like boxercise? Outside of work, I am a professional wrestler. They call me the fitness. I've been the heavyweight champion of the wrestling world. I'll be the heavyweight champion of the business world. Jab, jab. You'll always witness the fitness with Ricky Martin.
But Ricky left the video directing to Dwayne.
3, 4. But you just wanted to show a class
Show it
being
as
taught.
it would be delivered in the class.
So it should be me facing them.
Yeah, OK, thank you. Yeah?
Instead of creating a hit, the team created friction.
I disagree, but it doesn't mean, as you say, one person leads it. I'm happy to go with it.
Well, I feel like everything's being questioned and it's making it increasingly difficult. I don't feel like we're working together, if I'm honest. That was so stressful for me, guys. It was really, really difficult. There was a disagreement at every single stage.
It's the same thing happening again. We have an opinion and you just don't like it.
No, it's not that. It's because it's...
Dwayne, listen, people have got an opinion, you have to listen to them.
When Ricky stepped up to sell his routine, Dwayne's video lacked punch.
Beat battle, fight to the music.
You say this product is unique. Have you had a look at what else is out there?
We did look at a number of classes. We were looking at things like boxercise. It's very different to boxercise because there's the dance element.
Looking at the quick demo, it looks very similar to me.
What you needed to do here is to innovate something that had not been seen before, and Dwayne kind of messed it up. He made it into kind of some samey type of thing. He didn't actually put across the novelty, the newness of it.
In the boardroom, director Dwayne got his chance to view the competition.
Welcome to the Groove Train. The dance floor entrance. Working the shoulders, back and hamstring.
The other team came up with a retro 80s idea, and there was nothing really else on the market like it.
The hula hoop. Working the core abdominal area. The funky squat. Let's work those hamstrings. The Groove Train. Working that core abdominal area.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When you compare your video to Phoenix's video,
Yeah.
don't you think your video looks a bit dull?
I also think the other one looks very cheesy and it wouldn't attract me. I'd be much more inclined personally to go to the one that we presented.
But I think you're missing the point. It might have been a bit cheesy,
Yeah.
and that's why they bought it.
Yeah.
The fact is that on this particular task, the video was it.
Then Dwayne missed his chance to pass the buck.
Lord Sugar, this is risky, but Laura shouldn't be here.
And because he took everything on his own shoulders, as nice a fella as he is, right, there was no one else that was culpable for the failure of the task. Dwayne, I personally believe that the video was the main cause of the failure of this task, and therefore, Dwayne, you're fired.
Thank you, Lord Sugar. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Nick. Let's take a seat.
Week 6 began with a surprise.
Guys!
When the boss popped round.
Hello. So your next task is all about setting up a mobile restaurant. Now, this is quality food. I don't want any junk served up here.
Taking charge of the losing team, fruit and veg man Adam.
It's street selling. I'm perfect. My favourite street food would probably be something quick and easy. Probably a burger. I don't think we should go too over the top with this. I think we should just keep it simple.
Plans in place, it was off to sell in Scotland.
I keep coming back to pasta, really, guys.
On board, Adam talked the team through his choices.
I mean, it's cheap. You can slop it out on the trays like school dinners. All this talking about food's made me hungry. I hope the trolley dolly will be around soon.
But before they could sell, it was mass-produce meatballs.
We've got these stuff down to 47p a portion using local ingredients.
How come you got it down so cheap?
Best in the business. Let's go. Let's crack on.
Adam is a greengrocer, is a market trader, and I think the problem that he had on this task was he didn't adapt. He didn't realise that we need to deal with a quality product here, and he went for the cheap angle.
Each one of them for me, that's £2 there. £2 coins on there.
£2 coins on there, mate.